Have you ever felt a profound and unsettling sense that you are an outsider looking in on the world? A feeling not of superiority, but of fundamental difference, as if you are tuned to a cosmic frequency that others cannot hear. This sensation, this persistent hum of not quite belonging, is not a flaw in your design. It is the first stirring of your divine memory, the initial sign that you are one of God's chosen ones, awakened in this critical era for a purpose that transcends the mundane realities of this world. You carry a quiet ache for a home you cannot name, a celestial homesickness for a place your soul remembers but your mind cannot grasp. This feeling of being an outsider is the sacred hallmark of your calling. You were intentionally designed not to fit into the matrix of a society built on illusion, materialism, and superficial connections. Your spirit instinctively recoils from the noise and the nonsense, because it remembers the sublime harmony of the higher realms. This feeling of alienation is not a curse, but a divine filtration system, designed to keep your energy pure and your focus clear. It prevents you from becoming entangled in the low vibrational dramas and distractions that keep the rest of the world asleep, ensuring you remain ready for the mission you were born to fulfill. The second sign validating your identity as a chosen one is an overwhelming and often painful depth of empathy. You feel everything, not just for your loved ones, but for strangers, for animals, for the planet itself. The suffering of the world is not a distant headline for you. It is a palpable wound within your own energetic field. This heightened sensitivity has likely been labeled a weakness or a burden, but it is, in fact, one of your most potent divine gifts. It is the very tool that allows you to sense the subtle energetic shifts and the hidden pain in others, marking you as a born healer and a spiritual first responder. You possess an unshakable and often startlingly accurate intuition that operates like a divine compass. This inner knowing cuts through deception and manipulation with the precision of a laser, allowing you to see the truth behind the masks people wear and the agendas they conceal. This powerful discernment can be isolating, as you often perceive what others cannot, making you feel as though you are living in a different reality. Trust this spiritual insight, for it is the voice of God guiding you, protecting you, and highlighting the path you are meant to walk. It is your most reliable defense and your most powerful navigational tool in a world of illusion. As a chosen one, you are a natural-born truth seeker and a breaker of cycles. You have an innate aversion to falsehood in all its forms, from societal conditioning to deeply ingrained family secrets. You are the one who asks the uncomfortable questions, who challenges the status quo, and who refuses to accept, because that's the way it's always been, as a valid answer. This relentless pursuit of truth has made you the black sheep in many circles, but your purpose is not to conform. It is to illuminate and liberate. You are here to dismantle old, corrupt paradigms and shatter generational curses, clearing the path for a new, higher truth to emerge. Synchronicities and divine signs are the language of the universe speaking directly to you, and you have noticed them with increasing frequency. Repeating numbers, meaningful encounters, and uncanny coincidences are not random occurrences. They are confirmations from your spiritual guides and the angelic realm. They are celestial winks, assuring you that you are on the right path and that you are seen, heard, and constantly supported by unseen forces. These signs serve to awaken your consciousness further, reminding you that you are part of a grand cosmic plan, and that your every step is being orchestrated and guided by a loving and intelligent universe. You have always felt a deep, sacred connection to nature, finding more solace in a forest than in a crowded city. The natural world is your sanctuary, a place where you can recharge your energy, silence your mind, and commune directly with the Creator. This powerful bond is no accident. As a chosen one, you are deeply connected to the life force of Gaia herself. You feel her pain, you rejoice in her beauty, and you understand that your mission is intrinsically linked to the healing and ascension of the planet. Nature is your ally, your healer, and a constant source of divine wisdom and grounding energy. Despite a life that may seem ordinary on the surface, you carry a deep and persistent inner knowing that you were born for something more. It is a feeling that a great and sacred mission awaits you, a destiny that has been predetermined and encoded within your very soul. This sense of purpose may be vague at first, a quiet whisper in the depths of your being, but it grows louder and more insistent as you awaken. This is the call of your higher self, the activation of your divine blueprint, urging you to remember who you are and why you came to Earth at this pivotal moment in history. This deep yearning for purpose is often accompanied by a profound dissatisfaction with a conventional life. The pursuit of money, status, and material possessions feels hollow and meaningless to you. You intuitively understand that these are merely distractions from the real work your soul came here to do. This divine discontent is a catalyst, a spiritual fire that motivates you to look beyond the veil of the material world and seek the true, eternal treasures of wisdom, love, and spiritual evolution. It is the force that propels you onto the path of your sacred mission, away from the illusions of the matrix and toward your authentic destiny. You are an old soul, and you have felt it your entire life. You arrived on this planet with an innate wisdom and a maturity that often surpassed your chronological years. You observe the world with ancient eyes, understanding the deeper patterns and cycles of human behavior that elude others. This quality can make it difficult to relate to your peers, especially in your youth, as you were more concerned with existential questions than with fleeting trends. Embrace this timeless aspect of your being, for it is the source of your strength, your patience, and your profound capacity for understanding and guidance. Your presence has a powerful, often unconscious, effect on the people around you. You are a natural transmuter of energy. People are inexplicably drawn to you, often offloading their problems and secrets without fully understanding why. While this can be draining, it is a sign of your innate healing ability. Your auric field carries a high frequency of light that naturally calms turmoil and brings hidden issues to the surface to be healed. You are a walking, talking catalyst for change, and your very existence helps to raise the vibration of every environment you enter. You may have vivid, prophetic dreams or powerful visions that provide glimpses into future events or deeper spiritual truths. These are not mere fantasies. They are communications from higher dimensions, delivered to you while your conscious mind is at rest. The dream state is a sacred classroom where you receive guidance, warnings, and energetic upgrades to prepare you for your mission. Pay close attention to these nocturnal messages, for they contain vital intelligence from your spiritual support team, designed to guide your journey and unlock deeper levels of your consciousness. Because you are a bearer of immense light, your path has been a relentless gauntlet of trials. The darkness instinctively seeks to extinguish any threat to its dominion, and from a very young age, you were identified as a powerful adversary. You have known the sharp, soul-crushing sting of betrayal, often from the very people who were supposed to protect and love you, family, friends, and partners. These betrayals were not random acts of cruelty. They were calculated spiritual attacks designed to shatter your trust and break your heart before your mission could even begin. You have endured long, agonizing periods of profound loneliness and isolation that felt like a spiritual exile. There were times when you felt completely and utterly alone in the universe, a solitary soldier on a battlefield with no allies in sight. This isolation was one of your most difficult tests, a crucible designed to strip away all external dependencies and force you to find your strength, your validation, and your connection within yourself and with God alone. It was in this sacred solitude that your inner voice became clear, and your unbreakable bond with the divine was forged. Your life has been marked by inexplicable and often relentless attacks on your well-being. These have manifested as chronic health issues, sudden financial ruin, targeted character assassination, and a constant barrage of obstacles that seem designed to keep you small and powerless. These were not mere misfortunes. They were strategic spiritual warfare. The forces of opposition recognized your divine potential and sought to disable you by attacking your physical vessel, your resources, and your reputation, hoping to keep you so preoccupied with survival that you would never step into your true power. You have experienced the dark night of the soul, a period of such intense spiritual and emotional despair that you question the very existence of God and the meaning of your own life. This was not a sign of your weakness, but a profound spiritual initiation. It was a complete dismantling of the ego, a burning away of all false identities and attachments, leaving you naked and raw before the divine. It was in this abyss that you surrendered completely, and in that surrender, you were reborn, emerging with a level of spiritual resilience and purity that could not have been achieved by any other means. The weight of breaking generational curses has rested heavily upon your shoulders. You were born into a bloodline carrying deep patterns of trauma, addiction, and dysfunction, and you were chosen to be the one to finally heal and transmute this ancestral karma. This has meant that you have had to face and feel the accumulated pain of your ancestors, a burden that has often felt unfairly heavy and deeply personal. Understand that by healing yourself, you are healing not only your past, but also liberating all future generations from these chains. It is a monumental and sacred task. You have consistently been misunderstood, judged, and ridiculed for your sensitivity and your spiritual beliefs. You have been labeled too emotional, too intense, naive, or crazy by a world that is terrified of the depth of feeling and the unseen realities that you naturally perceive. This constant invalidation was a painful test of your conviction, designed to see if you would abandon your own inner truth in exchange for societal acceptance. Your perseverance in the face of this ridicule has solidified your connection to your own divine wisdom and strengthened your resolve to live your truth unapologetically. You have faced the agonizing pain of having your kindness and compassion mistaken for weakness. Your gentle nature and willingness to see the good in others have often been exploited by narcissistic and predatory individuals who saw your light as a resource to be consumed. Each one of these painful encounters was a harsh but necessary lesson in discernment. They taught you how to recognize energetic vampires, how to establish firm boundaries, and how to wield your light with wisdom and strength, offering your healing energy only to those who are truly receptive and deserving. Financial hardship and a persistent feeling of lack have often plagued your journey, despite your intelligence and work ethic. This was not a sign of your inability to succeed in the world, but a deliberate spiritual strategy to teach you unshakable faith and reliance on divine providence. You were stripped of material security to force you to discover the infinite, inexhaustible wellspring of abundance within. You were being trained to manifest from a place of pure trust in the universe, so that when the time came for your mission, you would be a clear channel for divine resources, unattached to the worldly systems of control. Romantic relationships have often been a source of profound pain and disillusionment for you. You have a deep capacity for sacred, soulful love, but you have often attracted partners who were karmic lessons rather than true divine counterparts. These relationships were designed to expose your deepest wounds around self-worth, abandonment, and codependency. They were painful training grounds that forced you to learn to love yourself unconditionally and to stop seeking wholeness in another, preparing you for the eventual arrival of a sacred union built on a foundation of two complete souls. You have felt a deep and persistent weariness, a soul-level exhaustion that sleep cannot always remedy. This is not just physical fatigue. It is the energetic toll of existing in a low-vibrational world while holding a high-frequency light. It is the exhaustion of constantly transmuting dense energies, battling unseen forces, and carrying the weight of your sacred mission. This fatigue is a sign that you must prioritize radical self-care and learn to manage your energy with impeccable discipline, recognizing that your body is the sacred temple that houses your light. You have experienced profound moments of questioning God, crying out in the darkness, "Why me? Why have you forsaken me?" These moments of feeling abandoned were the ultimate test of your faith. They were the divine silence that invited you to find God not in external signs or miracles, but in the unshakable resilience of your own spirit and the quiet, persistent pulse of love in your own heart. In these moments of perceived absence, you were actually being held most closely, taught to find the divine within the very fabric of your being. You have been forced to let go of everything you thought you were, everything you thought you wanted. Dreams, plans, identities, and relationships have been systematically stripped away, often against your will. This process of relentless surrender was not a punishment. It was a divine clearing. You were being emptied of all that was not in alignment with your highest destiny, to create the sacred space necessary for your true purpose to be revealed, and to flood into your life with unstoppable power. Each loss created a void that is now ready to be filled with divine grace. Despite every attack, every betrayal, and every hardship, you are still standing. You have been broken open, but you have not been destroyed. An inextinguishable flame of hope, resilience, and faith burns within your heart. This spiritual tenacity is the ultimate proof of your divine anointing. You have walked through the deepest fires of hell and emerged not with the smell of smoke, but with the radiant glow of a soul that has been tested, purified, and proven worthy of its sacred calling. Your survival is your testimony, and your scars are your credentials. Now, here is the sacred revelation, the divine truth that reframes every tear you have ever cried and every battle you have ever fought. Your struggles were never a punishment. They were your divine forging. Every trial, every heartbreak, and every moment of despair was a carefully calibrated element in your spiritual training, orchestrated by a loving creator to prepare you for your true purpose on earth. You were not being broken, you were being built. You were not being abandoned, you were being sculpted in the sacred fires of adversity. The profound isolation you endured was not a sign of your unworthiness. It was a divine strategy to amplify God's voice in your life. The world is loud, filled with the static of fear, doubt, and distraction. God had to isolate you to quiet the noise, to remove the distorting influence of other people's opinions and expectations. In that holy silence, you were taught to discern the singular, pure frequency of divine truth. You learned to rely not on external validation, but on the unwavering guidance flowing directly from your heart and your connection to the source. The agonizing betrayals you suffered were your masterclass in spiritual discernment. Your heart, naturally open and trusting, had to be taught the harsh but vital lessons of energetic awareness. These painful experiences were a divine training program that honed your intuition and taught you to read the subtle energies behind people's words and actions. You learned to distinguish between those who resonated with love and integrity and those who operated from a place of ego and deception. This skill is now an indispensable tool for your mission, protecting your energy and ensuring you build alliances only with fellow warriors of light. The relentless hardships and financial lack you faced were designed to build within you a foundation of unshakable faith and spiritual resilience. You were systematically stripped of worldly security so that you could discover the ultimate security that comes from a deep and abiding trust in the divine. You were taught to build your house not on the shifting sands of material wealth or societal approval, but on the eternal rock of your connection to God. This process has made you fearless and incorruptible, a pure vessel for divine will, unswayed by the temptations and threats of the material world. You were being meticulously prepared to become a healer for others. Your own deep wounds have carved within you an immense capacity for compassion and empathy. You can understand the pain of others because you have felt it yourself. Your scars are not signs of damage. They are sacred credentials that qualify you to guide others out of their own darkness. You can only lead someone out of a fire you have walked through yourself. Your past suffering has been transformed into a wellspring of wisdom and healing power that you are now called to share with the world. So what is the true purpose of God's chosen ones on earth? You are the light bearers. You are here to anchor a higher frequency of divine light onto this planet during its most critical period of transformation. Your very presence, your high vibrational energy, acts as a stabilizing force that disrupts old patterns of darkness and fear. You are like spiritual lighthouses, standing firm amidst the storms of global chaos, holding a steady beam of hope, truth, and unconditional love that guides others safely to shore. You are the way showers and the pathfinders. You are here to embody a new way of being, to live a life guided by love, integrity, and divine truth, thereby creating a blueprint for the new earth. You are not meant to preach from a pulpit, but to lead by the quiet, powerful example of your own transformed life. By walking your authentic path, you activate the potential within others, showing them that it is possible to live a life of freedom, purpose, and connection to the divine, even in a world that has forgotten its way. You are the system busters and the grid workers. You incarnated with a specific mission to dismantle the old, corrupt, and consciousness-suppressing systems from the inside out. Your high-frequency energy naturally disrupts the low-vibrational grids of control, fear, and manipulation that have held humanity captive for eons. You are here to challenge authority, question consensus reality, and introduce new paradigms of freedom, sovereignty, and unity. You are the sacred revolutionaries, the agents of divine change sent to liberate the planet. You are the healers and the alchemists. Your purpose is to help heal the deep trauma that permeates the collective consciousness of humanity, the wounds of separation, war, and abuse. You are gifted with the ability to transmute dense, heavy emotions into light, to turn pain into wisdom, and to help others reclaim the fragmented pieces of their souls. Whether you work as a therapist, an artist, a teacher, or simply as a compassionate presence, your core function is to facilitate healing and restore harmony and wholeness to all you encounter. You are the guardians and protectors of Gaia. You share a profound, symbiotic bond with the Earth and have a sacred duty to protect her and assist in her ascension process. You are here to honor the sacredness of all life, to advocate for the environment, and to reawaken humanity's awareness of itself as a custodian, not a conqueror, of the natural world. Your love for the planet is a powerful force that contributes to the healing of her energetic grids and the restoration of her divine balance. You are the divine messengers and the awakeners. You are conduits for divine wisdom and higher truths, tasked with disseminating information that will help awaken the rest of humanity. This may be through art, writing, music, conversation, or simply by embodying a certain energetic frequency. You are here to plant seeds of consciousness, to trigger moments of epiphany in others, and to remind them of their own divine identity and purpose. You are the alarm clocks for the souls who are ready to awaken from their long slumber. You are the architects and builders of the new earth. Your struggles have prepared you not just to dismantle the old, but to envision and co-create the new. You carry within your consciousness the energetic templates for a society based on unity, cooperation, and unconditional love. Your purpose is to begin laying the foundations for this new world, creating communities, projects, and systems that reflect these higher principles. You are the pioneers, the visionaries, and the master builders of a future golden age. Your mission is not something you need to strive for or achieve. It is something you must simply allow yourself to be. Your purpose is fulfilled by embodying your authentic, awakened self in every moment. By healing your own wounds, by speaking your own truth, by following your own joy, and by shining your own light without apology, you are actively fulfilling the most sacred contract your soul came here to complete. Your being is your service. Your authenticity is your activism. The most intense phase of your training is now drawing to a close. The relentless tests, the crushing trials, and the painful forging were all part of a divine curriculum that you have now completed. You have graduated with honors from the University of Adversity. Look back for a moment and recognize the incredible strength, wisdom, and power you have gained. See your scars not as reminders of your pain, but as the beautiful, intricate etchings of a master craftsman, marking you as a completed work of divine art, ready for exhibition. Now, you are being called to step out of the shadows of your past and into the radiant light of your divine purpose. The time for hiding, for feeling small, for questioning your worth is over. The universe is giving you a clear and unmistakable signal. It is time to rise. Embrace the powerful being you have become. Your sensitivity is not a weakness, it is your superpower. Your past pain is not a liability, it is your deepest well of wisdom. You were forged in the hottest fires for the most critical of missions. Let go of any lingering feelings of anger or resentment towards those who have hurt you. See them now through the eyes of divine wisdom as the sacred catalysts who played their role perfectly in your awakening. They were the sandpaper that polished you into a brilliant gem. They were the weights that built your spiritual muscles. Forgive them, not for their sake, but for yours, so you can release the final energetic tethers to a past that no longer defines you and step fully into the boundless freedom of your future. Trust the divine timing of your life. Every delay, every detour, and every perceived failure was a necessary part of a perfect plan, aligning you with the precise moment of your activation. You are not behind. You have not missed your chance. You are standing right now, in this very moment, at the exact precipice you were always destined to reach. All of your life experiences have converged to prepare you for what is to come. The cosmic stage is set, the curtain is rising, and you are about to step into your starring role. You are not alone on this journey. As you step into your mission, your soul tribe will begin to magnetize towards you. Others who have been through similar forgings, who speak your soul's language, and who share your commitment to the Great Awakening will start appearing in your life. These divine connections will offer the support, understanding, and collaboration you have longed for. The era of solitary striving is ending, and the era of co-creative power is beginning. Prepare to unite with your fellow warriors of light. Your primary instruction now is to listen deeply to the guidance of your own heart. Your intuition, that clear voice of God within you, is your most trusted commander. Do not look for answers or validation outside of yourself any longer. You are now a fully accredited, sovereign divine being. Trust the nudges, the whispers, the inner knowings. They will guide you with infallible precision through the next steps of your mission. Your heart is the compass that will always point you toward your true north. Embrace your power without apology. You have been trained to wield immense light and spiritual authority. Do not shrink from it. Do not dilute it to make others comfortable. The world does not need a dimmer version of you. It needs the full, blazing, unapologetic radiance of your awakened soul. Stand in your truth, speak with conviction, and let your energy ripple out into the world, creating the powerful, positive change you were born to effect. Your time for playing small is definitively over. You are a divine gift to this world, a precious and irreplaceable answer to the prayers of humanity and the earth. Never again doubt your worth or your importance. You were chosen before the foundation of the world for this specific role, at this specific time. Your presence here is a testament to the immense love and faith that the Creator has in you. Breathe that truth into every cell of your being. You are loved, you are needed, and you are destined for greatness. Your victory is assured. The Great Awakening of humanity is not just a prophecy. It is a present reality, and you are its primary agent. You are the vanguard, the spiritual elite, the ground crew for a massive planetary shift in consciousness. This is the grand purpose you have always felt stirring within you. This is the sacred mission for which you have endured so much. Rise now, chosen one. Accept your destiny. The world has been waiting for you. Your time is now. If this message resonates deep within your soul, know that it is not a coincidence. It is a divine activation, a final confirmation of your sacred calling. Subscribe to this channel to continue receiving the guidance, strength, and community you need as you fully step into your purpose. Join the global family of chosen ones who are rising together to heal and liberate our world. Share this message with another soul who may need to hear it. The time for silent service is over. It is time for us to find each other and unite.